Hello, everyone. This is Jesse Hansen, aka Cadre from Cornerstone Creative Studios. First of all, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm working on different things, but I had some time, so I figured I'd go live. And after I get going a little bit, I'm going to give everyone the special offer I'm going to offer tonight, one night only. So let's just get started, and then we'll go from there. All right. Let me send out a couple of invites to a couple of certain people, and then if you want to join me here in the session, by all means, let me know. And if not, at least come in, chime in, subscribe on the YouTube channel, what have you. So, all right. Let me send this out to a couple people here. All right. So what I'm going to start off with is, hold on a second. Nope. Let me open up something I want to work on real quick. I'm going to start off with we're doing a series of, I guess it'd be splash pages, or I'm not sure how you would describe it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to work on a page I'm working on for a book. So let me bring that up first. Let's just do that. I have permission to do this, so I'm going to jump on it while I can. This is for a book called Jacqueline Jones by writer and creator and penciler Carrick. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Hopefully I am pronouncing his name correctly. That's the thing with internet. You deal with people on the internet all the time. I can send him a quick message. Maybe let's see. How do you pronounce your name? All right, and I let him know that I'm doing his first, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let me do this real quick. All right, so let's go back here, StreamYard, add stream. Now this is the interior pencil I was talking about. You'll see the blue line pencils underneath, and then I'm doing here, so you can see what I've done. So busting in, getting in a scuffle with Jacqueline herself. Now Jacqueline's a big girl, you know, she can take care of her own. But as you can see, she can take a couple licks as well. And I don't mean licks at a Tootsie Pop either. So I'm going to send the links out to everybody, what have you. And hopefully we'll get some people chiming in. And like I said, we'll go from there. Refresh my YouTube channel real quick, make sure that it's coming up. Yes, it is. Good. So let's see if that does anything. I'm going to mute this here. Alrighty. So we don't have back blast or anything. If you can't hear me, let me know. Hopefully you can. If you can't, then that means something's not right. I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear me. StreamYard. All right, real quick, I'm going to do a self plug. For those that haven't checked it out yet, we hope you do. We got an Indiegogo thing currently. It's still live, even though the campaign's over. You can still get involved. You can still pre-order copies of the book. But for those that don't know, we actually were funded for American Eagle, which, yay, is finally in the works. So I'm going to bring up a screenshot of that real quick. Alrighty, so you see it on. There's the link below and also in the comments. So again, feel free to jump on in. Alrighty. So yeah, go check out the American Eagle campaign on Indiegogo. You can also just type in American Eagle and probably come up with us, or Cornerstone Creative Studios, it'll come up as us. You'll find it. It's our first campaign officially as a studio title. And as such, we've been blessed by the fact that we got funded. And once we get done with that, which should be coming out next month, I will, I'm going to say one sec. I will be happy to get that out to everybody, and then that should be the beginning of next month. I'm hoping maybe middle of next month. We're in the inking stage now. We ran a little bit behind with just different things. Long story short, but we're already working on it. Inks are in progress now. Pencils all are completed, and colors have begun as well. And then once that's done, then we'll come out with the next campaign. It's either going to be Kinetic or Curve the Nexus. So stay tuned with us, and we'll see how it goes. I'm just finding back to some comments now. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. So let's get to work. No more playing around. Let's close that out. And let me zoom in and start working on some pages. Not sure how well it comes out on here because it just is what it is. Let me drop that behind here. Lighten this up a little bit so it's not, no, never mind. Just go dark. Go dark. Which layer am I working on? That layer. Okay. Ink layer. All right. Every time I hear a chime, I'm going to stop and look just so everybody knows. One of my guys, Chris Cannonball Leslie, he's trying to get on, but he's having issues with his camera and mic. So I told him, I said, try it by your phone. And once he gets on, I'll let him. He's got a lot going on right now too. He has a book he just released. Not a comic book. It's actually a lot more in depth and mind blowing than comics. I know. I shouldn't be saying stuff like that, but it's true. But it is what it is, and I think people are going to be pretty inspired by it. But if I can get him on here, I'll let him tell you all of it because he can tell a lot better than I can. All right, let me grab my little pen. Now, what I'm going to do tonight too, as well, just so people know, like I said, I am offering a special deal, but I'll wait until some people chime in, and then I'll let people know it's a special discount on any commission, whether it's a single piece or even a whole book. Okay, so it's not just your single, okay, here's another special, blah, blah, blah. It can be a big deal if people take advantage of it. But I'll chime in more on that as we go along. So let me see something here real quick. Also, what I'm going to do too is, as you can see the whiteboard behind me, what I'll do is, if people have comments or they have questions about how I do something or how I should do something, or even if you want to just say, hey, show me how you draw a head or draw me a hand or something simple like that. I got a nice little drawing board here, and I'll just get to work on that for you. And then I'll zoom the camera in on there so you can see it better. Or if it's something simpler that I can just do on the computer, I'll do it that way too. All righty. As far as my pronunciation earlier for the piece I'm working on now, his name is Carrick Esquivel. Okay, that is the writer, penciler, and creator of the book I'm on, the project I'm on, Jacqueline Jones. Now this page here is pretty far into the book. We're actually wrapping up the inks here soon, So I'm kind of excited about seeing the final results. And you can check out his Instagram. He does he keeps pretty much everybody up to date. It's pretty wild. Um, it's not hard to keep track of where we're at on the book and seeing the artwork as it goes along. Oh, sounds like somebody's trying to join me. So let me see who it is. Shall I? Yes, I shall. Um, Still says Chris that they will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. So if you're on your phone, maybe there's a little button on there you can click or something like that. That'd be awesome if you can get on here, dude. All right. So if not, you need to buy yourself a cheap little webcam or something. All right. So let me, well, he still can't get on. Hoping somebody joins me. The reason being is because I can have them talk about something, anything, it doesn't matter, and I could be working. So, I have a few different brushes that I use, and I'm using Manga Studio. I have Clip Studio. I use it for certain things, but for my standard inking, I typically use the use Manga Studio just because I have my brushes already created there for one, and another reason is, well, I've just gotten used to it. So, you get a funny face to this. Okay, here we go. All right, back to the work. All right, here we go. And like I said, if anybody has any questions or anything, please just chime in. Feel free to chime in. And if you are chiming in, you got the offer. I already told you. Timing is everything, I tell people. When you get an offer opportunity, you need to jump on it. All right, somebody else is trying to chime in here. Let's see who it is. Shall we? All right. Joining us now is Tom Rapka from T3 Comics. How's it going, Tom?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? It's going good here. Did I freeze or did you freeze?
Hey, floor.
There it goes. Am I freezing or are you freezing?
I can't tell. It could be me. I don't know. But like I said, you have the floor, so tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Oh man. I'm Tom Rapka. I run T3 Comics and been working on Sammy the Bean and Aurora. We're getting ready to launch Death Dwells 1 through number 4 in one big book on Kickstarter, so that'll be really cool. And it's now in color. It was black and white. Um, yeah, I just make comic books.
Now he's been a little bit modest. He says that he runs T3. He is T3. I mean, don't take it lightly. It's a lot of work. People don't realize.
that
It's a
is
lot
true.
of work.
A lot of work. And these inks look good.
So, let me do something real quick. I'm going to close this window out. My internet here is horrible. I pay for 100 megabytes per second or gigabytes or whatever it is, and I get like 40. But every now and then
Oh
I'll get
wow.
lucky and get some good internet. It's just the old lines. So, I mean, I even had the live session with Crypto Comics when he was running the American Eagle campaign, and I was freezing up on that. And I was like, oh, that's the wrong time to be freezing up when you're promoting something.
Oh
So,
yeah, definitely.
but hey,
Yeah, man. I just thought I'd come and hang out,
yeah, by all means.
watch your ink. Maybe I'll learn something.
Well, if
I
you have
love
any
the way
questions,
you're
but
doing the hair.
yeah, I love doing hair, especially if I got the right pen tools and stuff going. Depends on how the artist does it too. I mean, if they give me some freedom, I usually can make it work pretty good.
Yeah, I like the way you do hair. I have a lot of trouble.
What I'll do is I'll make sure that's something I do tonight, and I'll show a little bit of hair inks so we can see it live.
Is this one of the brushes you made?
This is just a standard taper brush. What I did is I took, in Manga Studio, there's a pen called a G pen, and I just made sure that when it's pressure sensitive, so when I push down and go out, and as I lift up the pen, it'll get smaller like a quill pen. Now, if I barely push down, then push harder, and then push back up, it does this. So I can actually control both ends.
I have pressure sensitive on mine. I use Photoshop on it's a XP pen display, and I don't get nowhere near as nice of
well, Photoshop will do it too, but it doesn't seem to taper off as well. You know, it doesn't get that really thin, sharp point. That's the only thing I don't like about the Photoshop use of it. So I don't remember the last time I actually digitally inked in Photoshop anymore.
I've been thinking of switching.
I used to use Illustrator, believe it or not, when I did my digital inks.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I used a little bit in college. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Carrick always does like a lot of these. There's like certain things he puts in every page, like all the little details for these characters and stuff. I gotta make sure I put them in there as I'm inking. Otherwise, I gotta go back in later and fix everything. It's like, I missed that. I missed this. All right, I just heard somebody come in here real quick. Let's see what they're saying. All right, let's see. Well, Chris, my buddy Chris, he got this nice expensive gaming computer and everything else. But he tells me, he goes, this overly expensive gaming computer didn't come with basic tools like speakers, mic, or camera. So he's got to go do that. That's funny. Yeah, that's the life of a gamer. Sacrifice everything else for it.
So
that's all right. I'd rather have a crappy computer that I can work on.
Even a tablet nowadays.
Yeah, I like to get a nice tablet. It's funny because my son, my stepdaughter, she gave him her old iPad. And it's like one of those big ones. It's like bigger than my monitor, and he'll be using it. And I go, man, I'd love to ink on that bad boy, but nah, that's his little toy. So.
Yeah, that's kind of the XP pen thing that I have. It's like the size of a monitor. It's like I love working on this thing. It's probably about like this big.
Yeah, see. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that myself.
They're not too bad. I think it was only like 2 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe 3 at the most. Maybe I think it wasn't too bad at all.
Maybe one of these nice, wonderful customers and fans out here will support me by getting me one day. Who knows?
There you go.
Plug, hint, hint for everybody out there. I got lucky with this tablet. I told you about it, how I got this one. It's a Yuan tablet where I actually draw on the monitor. It was basically a gift from one of my studio members. He had an extra one sitting around. He had just got a new one. And he knew I was running a GoFundMe campaign at the time trying to get one. And long story short, he said, tell you what, you pay for shipping and it's yours. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Really? All right, you got it. So that's back when awesome. That's back when I used PayPal and stuff. It was in his account within, the shipping was in his account within 5 minutes. I was like, there you go. didn't even have the money really, but just took a chance. And sure enough, I've been using it ever since. It's been great.
That's awesome.
Now, like I've got it. I hate to say it, but now because I move it a lot. Like when I go up Jacksonville, something like that, I take it with me, and which means I basically have to dismantle my computer, take it all together, take it apart, put it up there, reassemble it. I've got I've got a couple dead spots on the monitor now from it, but I just work around them. And there's really no fixing it either. So
Yeah, I had that with this XP pen, and then I learned that there's actually a film on top of it that you can replace. I thought like my whole thing was ruined for like months. Then I just like peeled it off, and it was like brand new. I was like, no way.
you see, that's a nice little blessing there. And stuff
Yeah,
like that works out.
it's like when you find like a $20 bill in your pocket. You're like, yes.
Yeah. Let me go check my comments real quick. See if there's any. Nope, nope.
Is this American Eagle you're inking?
No, this is a book called Jacqueline Jones. It's by a writer, penciler, creator. I'll zoom out so people can see it better. And I'm doing the inks on it. It's just
Nice.
inks. But yeah, this is like page 16 in the book. So he's we're getting there.
Nice. Looks good.
Yeah. It's one of the little panels here. Yeah, the hero just got clocked. Which is funny because in the earlier page, it shows her knocking out one of the other police officers because basically this is during an era when women weren't respected at all. And then you put a female police officer, you really weren't getting any respect.
Yeah.
And so one of the cops was making snide remarks. So they ended up putting the boxing gloves on and she clocked him.
Nice.
So that was kind of, but that just goes to show you how powerful this guy is that she's fighting because a couple punches, she goes flying. And she comes back. You can see just by the look on her face and this panel here alone.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
She looks
payback.
like a badass. Yeah.
Right? And she is. She's a big girl. And she's like a little Amazonian woman, but it's really cool. And he's doing a lot of good with this storyline too. So he's doing a lot of police plugs and help promoting like police issues and stuff like that they deal with. And he does like stickers and stuff, and he sells them.
Oh, that's
gives
cool.
them away to police officers and stuff. So yeah, it's a good little project. I've had a lot of fun with it. He's a great guy on top of it, so that helps. It's always nice when you actually work with somebody that's, got it the right plan in order. It doesn't happen very often.
Are they going to be running the Kickstarter?
No, he's just doing it right out of pocket. Yeah, he said he just wants to get it out, and he's doing it all on his own.
Yeah.
So again, more power to him.
I'd be down to support once they're out. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I had to ask him before I came on here and say, "Hey, can I work on that some?" Because I was supposed to try to get this page done actually last night, but I started nodding off at the computer. I was like, I gotta go to bed.
Oh yeah.
That happens. When you get old like me,
Oh man. There's nights I'm like doing something, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up next morning. I'm like, I don't even remember falling asleep.
I see somebody coming in. Another one of my clients, just chimed in and said that he wasn't going to be able to make it, but he wanted to know if he's another one I asked to say, hey, can I work on it? So he said, yeah, go ahead. So let's see. Hold on a second. I got to bring up. I'm just doing the colors for one of his covers on his project. That's all I'm doing. So let me see something here. Let me send him my.
Oh, that's a different book?
I've got a few of them going.
Oh, okay.
If you look at my
busy.
Yeah, if you look at my commission list, oh my gosh. But that's how I gotta keep it busy. If I don't keep busy, I don't get money. If I don't get money, I don't get bills paid. So
that's right.
So we do what we can. Yeah, it's been weird this month because I had actually forgot that what day of the month it was, and with the Cornerstone, I got to pay taxes on the 3rd, 20th, or 4th, 20th of every month. So it's like, oh crap, that's the date. Dang it! So I had to take care of that, and we got it taken care of. I had a few people stepped up for me and, got
That's
some.
very good.
So that was really awesome. It's always good to have your peeps got your back.
Oh yeah.
Such as, a
That's
certain
what it's about, man.
certain like a Tom Africa. Yeah, so.
Yeah, ever since I switched over to doing it with 1200 DPI, honestly, it's like it looks a lot smoother. So I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna continue doing that. I really like that.
yeah. What happens too afterwards when you go to convert it, it just stays tighter. I find, because like if I take this and if I ink it at 300 DPI, in fact, you know what? I'll bring something up real quick and let's see. Let me just bring up some random thing here. Character of horde or something. Here we go. Let's bring up a character. Alright. This one's tight pencils anyway. It's so tight you can actually. Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy.
Those are pencils?
Yeah, that was pencils.
Wow.
That I'd done. Let's see. That's pencils too, but all right. So like, there's a character called Native. He's one of our characters we'll be showing later on. He's going to appear in Striking Swan. But let's see. Let me go ahead and convert this right now. Let's go. This is a low res, but let's say if I did it at 300 DPI, just to give an example. Yeah, I figured to zoom in on his crotch. That's great. But let's say I take the pen tool, and then I'm zoomed in right now too. So it's not like, it also works better when you zoomed in. Like for example, like there's that line. Now if I zoom out, and right next to the exact same, right next to it. Now look what happens when I zoom in. Even the zoomed out one looks a little bit choppier than the one zoomed in, but
yeah,
see how it's staircased? You see the little pixels? Now, if I take that same 1200, make that 1200 DPI, it's going to take a second because I got a slow computer and I got 2 files already open at 1200 DPI now. So
yeah, I noticed when I run the 1200, it's definitely a lot slower.
It's a memory hog, yes. And Photoshop's notorious. Now, you're using a Mac or PC?
PC.
Yeah. So yeah, the problem with PCs, and I'm using a PC as well, so I have to deal with the same issue. The problem with PCs is that when you actually new Macs too, because they're using PC interiors, but the PCs, when they allocate their memory and you open up, like let's say you open up 3 programs or have 5 files open, it splits up all your memory equally. Well, unless you specify certain parameters. But the problem with that is you close out a program, it doesn't free up the memory that was using on that program and re-put it to the rest of them. Mac does. You close a program out on a Mac, the memory that was using gets put in and grouped in with all the rest of the memory that's being used. So it allocates the memory accordingly. PCs don't. So that's why for years and years, there was such a big difference between Mac users and PC users when it came to artwork. If you were an artist, you had to be on a Mac. Well, not as much nowadays because, like I said, I think Macs now they use PC chips and processors and all that stuff to save money or whatever. So they're still doing the same issue. All right, now this here, back to my lesson, so to speak. This is at 1200 DPI, and you can see my square lines here. Right now, I didn't do anything different. I had to make my pen tip a little bit bigger because now it's a lot more pixels. Then I'm going to do another line right underneath that at 1200 DPI. Oops, hold on. I just hit a dead spot in my monitor. See the difference?
Oh, yeah. Big difference.
Right? And I didn't do anything to the file. All I did is change the DPI, so there's a lot more pixels per square inch. Otherwise. So now if I lower that down to back to 300 DPI, which would be the finished print file, which normally I'll do that when I save it as a TIFF file, but for lesson's sake, I'm going to show it here. While that's doing, I'm going to go over here and check my.
Have you ever tried it higher than 1280?
No, I don't even bother, because if I do that, then it's kind of redundant. Because technically on a printed page, the human eye really can't see more than 300. But when it comes to the screen size, it makes a difference. Hold on 1 second. I'm hoping this guy joins us. That'd be great. All right, so back to what I was doing. Okay, so
I'm still here.
I lowered it to 300 DPI, and when I zoom in, see how even the new one got pixelated?
Oh yeah, staircase.
But you see how it's a lot tighter now than the ones above it still?
Yeah.
Now, by the time it gets done printing, you're looking at it's probably going to be like that. So you won't even notice any pixelation at that point. But so that's the difference between inking at 300 DPI and 1200 DPI. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm one of those people that, that when I'm inking, and if I do that, I don't want to see all these staircase points and stuff, because I'm like, no, that's not a smooth line. And then like, especially if I'm doing hair, I'll come in here and I'll do my feathering, and then, I mean, look at it. That's horrible.
Yeah.
So let me undo all these, undo. Let's go back to this 1200 DPI. Why does it go to this crotch every time? That's messed up. All right. Now, if I do 1200 DPI, what was it? Monitor. And then that's not 1200 DPI. It can't be 1200 DPI. I didn't think so. Change it back to 1200. It's taking a while. Like I said, it's eating up a lot of RAM. All right, let's see. So now, zoom out on his crouch again. Let's go to the hair. So now at 1200 DPI, when I am doing my hair strokes, I'm actually seeing it the way I want to. See the difference?
Oh, wow, yeah.
So it gives you a freedom. I can feel like, hey, I'm actually doing something properly here, because at this resolution, I can see it better.
I noticed it looks big for a second, and then it like corrects itself. What is that doing? Is that doing the taper or?
Yeah, it's actually going through and doing like its own little filter.
Oh,
Because
okay.
really what you're doing is, like, for example, I created a couple others here, like this one here. Even if I curve my line like this, see it so far?
Yeah.
Now watch when I let go. Blink. See how it smoothed it out?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw it going boop, boop, boop. I was like, what is happening here?
So, and then I have, it's technically like this one here is, if I want to do just straight lines, oops, dead spot. See how, even if I'm a little, it kind of fixes itself. See that?
I need to get that brush.
That's one I created. And then of course this one I did, like if I have like a straight line, whoop.
Oh, you can do a curve too.
Well, it doesn't. This tool here is however I make it. Because what it is it's a bunch of these. It's a bunch of triangles in succession. So like, if I want a straight line, boom, I do a straight line. If I want to do it, then I just move my thing. It's like a ribbon effect.
Can you make it so it goes at an angle, but like they get longer as it goes, or would you have to make your own brush to do that?
I have to make my own. Now what I can do is like see the straight one here. Now if I want to, I can rotate my page a little bit. Same tool, but come at it at an angle, and it creates a crosshatch. See?
Oh.
And I can make my brush bigger if I want to go. Let's see, let's move it this way. All right, now the same brush,
Wow.
just bigger going the other way. That's a little too big, but see what I'm saying? And you create your own little crosshatch.
Yeah.
Now I do have another brush that comes in Mango Studio where I can do this kind of stuff.
Oh wow.
That's a crosshatch. Or what I like to do too, this is nice for like rocks or fabric or
Oh
something
yeah.
like that.
Some
And then
splatter
there's
maybe.
real fabric. This is really cool.
Oh.
See?
Wow.
You want like a
This is Mango Studio.
yeah, like a potato sack or something like that texture. You could do that.
Yeah.
And I got a couple others that I created as well, but that one I didn't create. That actually came with Mango Studio. Those last two I just showed you.
Wow.
So it's worth it. So let me close that out. Not gonna bother saving it.
Yeah, sorry to take you off subject. That was cool though.
No, I mean that's what I want people to do. So if people have questions, that's what I'm here for. And then also, if I'm productive at the same time, then great. If I'm not, well, it is the nature of the beast. So let me get back to this here a little bit.
Definitely like that brush you got.
Yeah, see, and they come in handy because if you're going to ink digitally, the big benefit of inking digitally, other than crisp lines and stuff like that, is speed. If you're not do it
When you got like
fast,
50 pages.
yeah, there's no point in doing it if you can't do it fast.
Some people might call that cheating, but I don't think. I mean, as long as it looks the same in the end, that's what you're after is the end product.
Yeah. For people that say it's cheating, that's just because they refuse to conform.
Yeah.
Makes them
Times are changing.
feel special. Makes them feel special and unique is what it is. Because I used to be only traditional. And I still like traditional. So like if I'm doing a commission for somebody, I'll still ink it traditional unless they ask for it to be digital.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, I'm actually faster traditional than I am digital. But it's a lot more work for me when I'm doing the cross hatching and stuff like that because I'll actually have to use up tools and stuff and not use my little cheats.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was like that until I learned more about it. I was like, oh man, that's cheating.
Yeah, I
don't agree anymore.
I have a degree in commercial art, and even though I don't use tracing paper or anything anymore like we used to, but in college they were telling me, they said, you know what, because they do it all the time in ad work, they do it in animation, you do all kinds of stuff, you use tracing paper. Because what you do is you create a layer, you redraw it, you fix it on the next layer. You don't bother sitting there with an eraser. You just grab another piece of tracing paper, put it over top of the first one, redraw the whole thing, fix certain things, and then save your layers or whatever. Well, tracing paper, one of the things that instructors told us was that tracing paper to an artist is like film to a photographer. You might go through 100 sheets or 100 pictures to get that perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's exact same thing, except now they're doing it digitally instead. Somebody chimed in here.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'm actually starting to like the digital, some of it more than a lot of the physical that at least that I'm seeing lately. Like the digital is like mind blowing. It's like, how did they do that?
Yeah, they've got a lot of cool stuff. I do honestly believe, and I know a lot of people probably fight me on this, but I do believe if you do have experience doing it traditional, it will help you out digitally because you'll know what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to look for.
Oh yeah.
But I also know certain pencilers that couldn't ink traditionally, but have become really good inkers digitally. So it can't help where people didn't have I don't know, maybe it's the hand-eye control, or they didn't have, I don't know what the difference is, because if you're a phenomenal penciler, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to ink it. Unless you just, I don't know. But
maybe just not the patience.
Yeah, I know. Like when I pencil a piece, like there'll be certain pencil pieces I do that I definitely don't want to ink because I spent so much time doing the pencils on it. I'm like, you feel like you're drawing it twice. And so I know that's part of it too, because they're like, man, I already spent 12 hours in this piece. I don't want to spend another 4 to 5, 6 hours on it. So I know I'm sure that plays part of it.
I hate to change the subject on you, but you're doing hair, so I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions. Based on like what you're doing here, do you kind of always start like at the center of the head and go out, or
Now
that was
sometimes I'll do the
making it look real?
Sometimes I'll do the contour. Now I know Carrick is. I've done a couple of different. When I first did it, I tried it certain ways, and he likes the the classic old grunge rough ink styles and stuff, like the old like Robert Crumb type stuff and everything else. So I try to keep it loose for stuff, not so tight, even though I have a tendency of overworking it anyway, and he's kind of accepted it and said, okay, all right. I think he just said, it's about the results, so which is really cool.
He's like, all right, that looks pretty cool. Let's do that.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll do the contour, like here I just did the contour, the main swoosh here, and then I'll come back in and find out where my darks are, and then I'll feather from the dark area first, and then let's see, let's rotate this around, feather where I want the other end of the dark area to be.
And obviously you follow the curvature of the hair.
Yeah, and then I'll fill in the black. Bam, done. See. Then I'll come in and do the same thing down here. Now, if this was like a building or something, I'd probably use my straight feather tool. But since it is here, I try to keep it with the curve of the hair, like you said. So,
is there any right? Sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Is there any right or wrong way, or how many like shines you put on the hair? Or
No,
just kind of try to keep it less, or less is
I'm going by
better?
the penciler. I'm going by the penciler's judgment.
Okay.
Now, if I know it's going to have black hair, then I'm obviously going to have a lot more black involved. But if it's blonde hair, then even if they have a bunch of strokes and stuff, I'll lighten it up by not putting so many of them. So it depends on the hair color too, believe it or not.
Okay, so this lady probably has like a darker hair color.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
So even like when he doesn't pencil in, the big dark areas, I'll still add a bunch of them in there anyway, just so that it keeps consistent.
Right.
Right here,
Man, I bet that brush saves you a lot of time. That thing, I need to get that. Oh, nice.
Switch it over this way. Same thing here.
Wow.
Connect the dots. Bam.
I feel like I've been wasting so much time.
And it's all about the results. If you still get the same result, then the time's worth it. So this is a little stiff, as you can see, because it's so straight, whereas these have a curve to it. So sometimes it's better just to go ahead and do it the old way. Because like what I'll do to fix that, I'll show you in a second. Because I could probably get away with that because by the time it prints, you got to figure this is a tiny, there's only one small panel. You won't even notice it when it's done.
Oh, yeah.
But the fact that I know it's there, I'll come in, you see, rotate it so it's not straight. I'll come back in, slightly smaller, and then I'll create a crosshatch. See that?
Oh, wow. It does fix it.
So it does make it so it looks like there's still the gradient there. It's not just a, just a bunch of straight lines.
Wow. Yeah. That makes a huge difference.
Right? little things like that. I showed like I showed you that lion that I was working on for the Catholic, the Book of Saints.
Oh yeah.
With all the hair. That I did just like this. I did that was all just strokes. I didn't do any trick brushes and nothing like that because I wanted it to look totally organic, totally fluid, and everything. So. Look at that. Now it's dropping the white behind it so we can see just inks.
Looks awesome. Very nice. Yeah, I like that.
Let me go see if I got any comments or anything I'm missing.
See you, hell, brother.
Yeah, that Falls, which is Burton White. How's it going, Burton? He's always been a solid supporter of ours, so it's been awesome.
Oh, nice.
He usually joins me in these streams too, so I know he has another. Let me say hell in return. He has another stream he's supposed to go on later on, so he might chime in with us. He might not. Either way, good to see you. He's comment in the comments, buddy. Always good to see you, talk to you. He's actually a local guy. He's here in town. So he'll come out to the market and stuff and chit chat too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. I've done a couple pieces for him. I did a Jesus in carbonite piece for him, full color, and then I just did a piece that I don't know if I could tell anybody. He might let him do it, but it's of a famous individual online, done as a Spider-Man #1 cover recreation, but with them as Spider-Man. So it's kind of fun. He always has some interesting stuff up his sleeve.
Very cool. We did that with Sammy the Bean.
Yeah. You did a couple of variant tribute pieces. It came out pretty good.
Yeah, first Spider-Man, first Superman, first Batman.
Now, if you want, bring him up on
fun with that one.
Show him up. If you want, I can bring him up. You want to show him to anybody?
Oh.
It's up to you.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'll have to set up my thing.
I got it too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you can show him.
All right. So what I do is I'll just switch screens real quick. Actually, I can just do this. Copy. Bring over to StreamYard line. There's the one.
Oh, yeah. Pencils by Mr. Walden Wong. Awesome.
And then switch this over. There's another one there.
That was me. And the next one is also Walden Wong and myself. Yeah, I love those covers. I'm definitely going to frame those in our office. I love those. Sammy the Bean's fun, man. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with him in the future, too. We're going to have a lot of cool ideas.
Yeah, he's a cute character. It's a good message. I like him a lot myself. And then, of course, we got the Virgin cover, too. So it's like the original cover, non-variant Virgin. That's the puppy in the background. Hey, Cadre, why don't you get him some water? Sure. All right, so let me close those out. So, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Sammy the Bean. That's your service.
Sammy the Bean.
Let's put this out. All right.
They're actually being printed, so if anybody wants a copy, go hit up facebook.com/T3Comics. Ask us about it.
Facebook.com/T3.
Throw in a quick little tidbit in there.
Facebook.com/T3Comics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, facebook.com/T3Comics.
There you go.
Thank you.
Everybody hit Tom's link. If you're interested in getting your own copies, give him a shout. He'll hook you up. In our comments, we got Randy Flint, which is one of the Cornerstone guys, and he also has Snapping Turtle Comics, which has a whole print gallery of artists and stuff as well associated with him. Hi, Randy. How's it going, buddy? And then Burton says, I'll be in soon, so he'll join us later. So
Nice,
welcome. I'm
I think we actually have an ad for the turtle in our comics. Now that I think about it.
See? Okay, let's do this here. Put this on the side. There we go. It's all about the artwork. All right, so now here. I want to finish this because it's a cool looking panel.
Yeah, I like that look on her face and the blood coming out of her nose and mouth. She looks like a badass, man. That was a really good panel.
He pulled off a lot there. So I just gotta make sure I don't screw it up.
Is this Javier? Who's the pencil artist?
Carrick Esquivel.
Okay.
He's the writer. He's a writer as well. He wrote it and penciled it.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Menacing look. I always thought that inking reminded me a lot of the way tattoo lines look when you first get a tattoo, because they lay that purple down on your arm, that purple transfer paper, and then that perfect black line on there, and you can still see the color underneath. I don't know. I think about it every time I ink something.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a tattoo artist in the same market where I'm at on the weekends, and so I see people go down to the shop all the time, and
oh, nice.
Yeah, so they'll come out and you'll see that on them. I go, yeah, you just got branded. Okay.
You have any yourself?
Nope.
No.
I've been asked, do you do tattoos? That people ask me all the time, and I go, no. And the only reason I don't do it is I'd be like a hypocrite. So I want to say real quick.
You don't draw them, or you don't get them?
I draw them for people all the time, but the actual tattoo work itself, they ask me, do I tattoo people? And I go, no. I said, I'll draw you. So you can go take it to somebody all day.
Oh yeah, tattoo. I've tattooed myself actually, and friends, which is probably not smart because I'm not qualified. But it was fun. A friend brought a tattoo gun, and we're like, "Hey, let's do some tattoos."
Right.
Nothing big. I think I did a Mario Brother guy with a mushroom head on his leg. Actually, came out really good, surprisingly.
I had a tattoo artist. He used to be at the market. He sold it to the guy that's got it now. He opened up a shop down the street here, and he had asked me. He said, "Hey, would you like to intern? I'll give you your license and everything, certification, and all that for free." So I was like, "What's the catch?" He goes, "Just teach me how to draw better." I was like, never mind. I said, I got barely time to breathe now. So, but he's a nice guy. He actually has a couple of our prints in his shop, stuff like that too. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can do pretty good as a tattoo artist. I know some friends that are doing very well.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
And if you get a certain clientele, it's oh yeah, then it really pays off. Nice of her hair a little bit there. I'm adding on my own. So we'll see what Eric says about it, if he likes it or not. A couple of loose hairs right here and right here.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I added a few strands of hair, like right here
Oh yeah, the loose hair.
and right here, just to kind of show a little unshoveled, a little bit more. We'll see how he likes it. He might just say, hey, get that out. I don't know. It's up to him. But I think it helps her look a little more ruffled up.
Yeah.
You just messed up my hair. Prepare to die. No, just kidding. Prepare to be arrested. Come on now. There we go. Gotta get that right stroke in there.
I think if someone looked at me like that, I'd take off running.
Right?
Like, uh-oh.
What did I do?
So I like that. That's that crosshatcher.
Yep. Comes in handy when you're trying to get like a shadow area or a real dark to light gradient tone.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time.
He says some of my artists for Snapping Turtle Gallery are tattoo artists.
See?
Randy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's got a pretty good collection of artists under his belt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He hustles, man. Randy hustles. In fact, I got finished some pieces for him too. I did his logo for his thing for a long time ago, and just recently changed it for like conventions and stuff. So because he's kind of getting out of the comic scene, because he used to have a comic store too.
Oh really?
So now I think he's just going to go focus strictly on prints, artwork, canvas pieces, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we changed it so it's just Snapping Turtle Gallery rather than Snapping Turtle Comics Gallery. So
very nice.
Yeah. He does. I'm not sure exactly. I forgot how he works the deal out, but the artists, they send him stuff, and he gets it out there, sells prints, and pays them, and what have you. Sort of like how the Cornerstone does with like collaboration pieces and stuff.
Oh man,
If you don't
Randy,
do it
help
enough.
me out. I'll sell some prints.
Right. Yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to understand this here now.
Got the old banana peel on her head.
Yeah, I want to make sure I separate it from the other hair though. So here's what I'll do. I'll create like a little bit of a halo effect with the hatching and connect it. Then this, and watch this here already. Prepare to be amazed. There we go.
Oh.
So now, effect around it there, and we'll go ahead and connect this here. Don't need a full thing of it.
I was gonna say I've noticed a lot of people leave a line like that in between the outer border and the inner blackness.
Yeah.
Darkness. Walden Wong does that a lot. It looks really cool.
It creates a reflected light appearance, so that if you color it, you already got your spot for it. You don't have to go in there and do a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Right.
Randy says, good. Let's see. Burton says, looking good, brother. Randy says, yep, that's correct. Hit me up later today. Talking to you, Tom.
Oh, I will.
I think he's talking to you. So.
All right. I'm excited.
So. Yeah, Randy's good people. So let me see. Let me go here. Make my brush a little bit bigger. Come back in.
You ever get pencils that it's just like really hard to figure out what you're even doing?
All the time. Or I'll get pencils and say, oh, I guess I'm drawing this. And if I know ahead of time, I jack the grade up on them. If I know ahead of time. Sometimes I don't know it until I get it, and I'm like, crap, I'm stuck with this one.
Yeah.
So, that's all right.
Because me being like, sorry.
At least I know how to draw a little bit, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my problem is me not coming from a background of being a penciler, I have trouble sometimes if I don't know what it is. I can't just draw it myself,
Right.
but comes with learning, I guess.
Let's see. Somebody just chimed something. Hey. Live now. Who's that? All right, so it's responding back to that. Can't leave people hanging now. Close this out. All right, let's see. Okay. Let me give the links to this guy so he can come join us or chime in or whatever. All right, go back to inking. All right, back to work, Jesse. Back to work. All right, let's go back here.
I like the rogue strands.
He has
I
no
think it
realism.
does exactly what you were saying. Makes it look like, more messy, like she just got up off the ground or something.
Yeah, so I had the straight ones here, all these up at top, down here, and here. No, it's what he wants.
Like
if he likes it, great. If not, then hey, at least it works good for this little video here. So
yeah. Did you put them on a separate layer?
Nah, not this one.
Or
I did.
no?
Normally, if I do something that's not,
You're not sure about it.
conforming to the artwork, I will. I wasn't thinking about it, to be honest. I forgot about it. So that's on me. There's no big deal. Those are easy to erase away. I mean, just got an eraser.
Yep.
Benefit digital.
It's a huge benefit, actually. I've had to start so many times completely over again on doing them by hand.
See, I made a point when I first started in the industry because, back in the day, the teachers said you use Pro White for fixing mistakes and stuff like that. And I made a point. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. So when I ink traditionally, I make a point to be very precise. So I don't ever have to have white on my finished page. I never want to see white out on my page. Does that work? Not always, but at least I go in there thinking that. I had one page I was doing that Javier drew for a client, and I was doing this inks for it, and a ball of ink spilled on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, crap. And I was almost done with it too. So I was like, all right. So what I did is I made it part of the pattern that went across the page.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I'm not full white and squat.
That's smart.
Now what I did is I inked where it went over somebody's face. I re-inked that panel and I scanned it in separate and dropped it in digitally. So there's ways around.
I wish I would have thought of that. I've done the same thing. That's usually why I would have to start over. I used to knock them over like constantly. I was so clumsy. I'd have them sitting like right by the paper.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Yeah, because you got to figure if you're using a brush or a quill pen, you're just dipping right here next to you.
Yeah, constantly.
It's just bound to happen.
Exactly. And it did. Over and over. I think my record on one page, I think I spilled like 3 times. I had to completely start over. Which now I wish I would have known of your the fix it and drop it in digitally. I should have did that.
Yeah, saved you a lot of extra work.
Time. But that's how you learn.
That's right. Yeah, I learned little tricks like that when I was taking commercial art. So, Because in commercial art, there are no rules. It's all about getting the product out, making the customer happy, and move on to the next thing.
Commercial art, is that like marketing for like stores and like billboards and like all that kind of stuff, or magazines?
Corporate brand, yeah. It goes to everything from portraits to corporate branding to portfolios to marker rendering, layout design, package designs, everything. I mean, that's actually how I got my credits. Well, uncredited, but that's how I got my work on the little bit of Marvel and DC stuff I did early on, was do like package design artwork and stuff like that. So luckily I had that under my belt as part of my my certificate and my associate's degree, and I was able to kind of slide in the back door. And I don't do anything for them now. I would. Now when I had Cadre, was, I was pregnant with Cadre, I said I can't do any stuff for the big guys because the deadlines are too tight, and I couldn't afford to wait 3 to 5 months for a paycheck.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you have to wait that long for a paycheck?
Yeah, because that, and now you have to bid on everything. It's not like in the 80s and 90s where you got stuck on you was on a book and you're good for a long time. Now you're bidding on every single book, unless you're like Jim Lee or somebody. But
I didn't know that either. Now, they have to bid on stuff.
Yeah, it's very, very rare that you can actually get assigned to multiple issues on a book anymore. That's why you see so many different artists. Now, maybe pencilers a little bit more often, but as an inker, because they can I can get this inker over here in Indonesia for half the price. I'll do it. So that's what happens a lot. And more power to those that can do it for less. But
for sure, it doesn't
help our market any. Let me go here real quick.
He asked, "Have you already made the page with him in it?" Daytona Falls.
With you in it?
I'll read some of them to you.
Maybe all right, Brian, you got to enlighten me. I made a page with you in it. I made a page for you, so you have to hit me up and explain that one to me. Oh, wait a second. No, he's talking about an American Eagle. That's right, because he with his name in the book and stuff like that. That is in the lettering stage, so I can't answer that one because I haven't done that part yet. But yeah, you'll be in there. Don't worry. We're doing the inks right now, so.
We got I know who you know him, Mr. Andrew Dodge. He's going to be in our next Sammy the Bean book.
Yeah. He took advantage of the recurring character tier we did. So he's already in the book. He's already drawn. His character's already created and everything. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And he's a good supporter of Indy. Yeah.
He's a really nice guy too.
Yep. In fact, I was talking to him the other day, as a matter of fact. Every now and then I'll send him like something I'm working on just to touch base, and especially if it's American Eagle related.
Oh yeah. You know what? That guy kind of reminds me of Kingpin, like an older Kingpin.
The guy she's fighting, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What if Kingpin?
That kind of tough guy, but like, short, stocky, tough guy.
Like if Danny DeVito worked out.
But I guess Kingpin was like short, stocky, but also tall, big. It was weird the way he looked. He looked like he would be short, but he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. He has a weird build. Period. I mean, it was such a unique thing, and it fits.
Oh yeah.
No, when they designed him, they really did a good job panning that out.
You see those big hands coming at you in the panels and stuff. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought they chose really well too in Daredevil for that the actor that played Kingpin. I can't think of his name.
The series?
Yeah, the series.
Yep.
It's like attached with Punisher and stuff. Defenders.
The Netflix stuff, yeah.
Yeah. It's on Disney now. They put it up on Disney Plus, all the different shows.
Now that it's Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel. Oh yeah, that's right. But now they made it official that the Daredevil series is actual MCU canon, so that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, he's in the new. He's I think the movie's been out long enough. He's everyone knows he's in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Daredevil.
Matt Murdock.
Oh yeah, I've
But
heard the Punisher is coming in the MCU too. I'm real excited about that, man. John Bernthal, I'm a huge fan.
yeah, he pulled
Uh,
that off pretty darn well, I thought.
yeah, he did. I've also heard that Andrew Lincoln possibly might be coming to the Marvel universe, which I'm not sure what exactly how they'd do that, but that'd be interesting.
Andrew
That's
Lincoln.
Rick from The Walking Dead.
Oh, I guess they had to make a special character for him.
I guess I could see him as Reed
He's a good.
Richards, maybe, but they already have someone for that. Sorry about that. Froze up for a minute.
I was quiet anyway, so I didn't even notice. This guy was just inking.
It's looking good. Looking very good. Kingpin was in Hawkeye series. Oh yeah. Yeah, that Hawkeye series was awesome actually. I really like that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, Kingpin was in there, Randy was saying. I forgot about that. Which means I'm sure Daredevil they'll probably all kind of come together. I'm very excited to see how they bring everything together in the new phase. Now that I guess they're not doing the any more Black Widow series. It got canceled. From what I read, I don't know if it's 100% true.
My opinion.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry. My new card came. I got my someone stole my card number. Started buying
Oh,
coffee on some website, so I had to like get my thing canceled and get all new stuff.
yeah, yeah. I've had my crap stolen a couple times. It always sucks.
Yeah, I'm like coffee. I don't even drink coffee, so that one's that one's way off. Man, this is a weird looking new card. All kinds of chips and stuff. Randy says I can't live without coffee. I used to be like that. We used to hang out at this truck stop because it was like $2 for like unlimited coffee. So we'd sit there and just drink coffee for like, I don't even know, 4 or 5 hours. It's crazy. But yeah, no, I don't drink any caffeine now. Which is
I'm a
probably
Mountain
why I
Dew guy.
sound like this. Sorry, say it again.
So I'm a Mountain Dew guy myself.
Mountain Dew. I'm scared about the
Yep.
kidney stones. I've known people that got kidney stones and they said because of the Mountain Dew or something. Ever since then, it like freaked me out.
I just put on a note for everybody. Let's see if it's on YouTube yet. Nope, not yet. I'll wait till it shows up on YouTube. But it's on StreamYard right now. 1 sec. Close this out. But for those that are chiming in, I put it in the comments already, and it will show up on the screen here soon as StreamYard catches up to YouTube. Everybody that chimes in here tonight, 20% off that as well. So feel free to message me or chime in here on the page, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
So let
20%
me know.
off.
And
That's awesome.
what's that?
20% off. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I'm working on getting a photography book together for one of our next books coming. That's gonna be a first.
Oh, yeah?
I've never done a photography one before.
Had to be just love of photography or what?
Say that again.
What about that? Just love of photography. You felt like doing it or what?
I'm sorry, it's breaking up again. I can't hear what you're saying. It's frozen right now. There we go.
All right, 1 second. I was asking the photography book. Is that for just something you want to do?
Man, every time it gets to that point, it freezes and I can't hear what you're saying. I'm so sorry. It's a photography book of
what?
yeah, it's just stuff that I've been doing over the years. I'm not sure if that's what you asked because it was freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I've always liked looking at photography books. I'm not a huge reader like novels and all that kind of stuff. So I like looking at the art. I've always been into like nature. So that's a lot of the stuff that I take pictures of is nature. And I just thought it'd be cool. It'd be fun to put photography book, not much writing, just, credits for the photos and maybe where I took it and just, just something to look at.
There you go. No eye candy.
Yeah. And if people like it, maybe start doing like subjects on each book, different subjects. Maybe like a winter one or a fall one or nature or, graffiti, or I don't know, whatever. And I hope that's not my internet. This is going freezing up a lot.
Nah, it's probably me.
Okay.
I can hear you continuously, so.
Oh, okay. How far along is Kinetic? Can you talk about that on here? Or no? Too soon?
No, I can talk about it. Chris can comment now on YouTube. So,
Yeah, you're frozen.
no, Connecticut is the. Let me know when I'm back up.
You're back.
Okay. Kinetic, the rough layouts and pencils are all done for it. It's just I gotta go in, tighten up the pencils, and then start the inks and everything. So when we do run that campaign, the pencil's already done, so that we won't have that downtime waiting for that part. So that's good.
Oh, nice.
That's gonna be a fun book.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm very interested in. I mean, all of them look really cool, but there's always one that stands out to you.
That one originally was going to be the first Cornerstone book out, but the way things worked out, the writer and story maker for American Eagle, Dan Horowitz, he stepped up and said, "You know what? I'm ready to help get this book out. Let's do this one." So I was like, "All right, let's do it." So we got American Eagle out first, and which works out because American Eagle, the storylines back in Vietnam era, so it doesn't affect our time frame. It doesn't affect anything we're doing with Kinetic or anything. So
Yeah,
so it works out.
that should be an interesting story.
Yeah, because American Eagle, the character, his origins start back in World War II, and then so he was through all the Korean War. He went through all the Afghanistan stuff, all that stuff. Well, that came after Vietnam, obviously, but he was in the Korean War and stuff like that too. But Vietnam is where his story takes a drastic turn. So we figured we'd tell that story first, and then he'll go from there. And then come back to the origin later on. But yeah.
That's cool, man. I'm really interested in that one. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. The pencils that Javier's done on it is really, really good too. He stepped it up, brought the A game on it. So
American Eagle looks awesome.
Yeah.
Same with Kerr. It's pronounced Kerr, right?
Yep. Like the
K-U-R.
dog. Yep.
Yeah, the Viking dude. Oh man, that looks awesome. With that big mohawk.
Mm-hmm. He's a war priest.
Definitely a dude you don't want to mess with.
No. He's seen his share of fights and turmoil. I mean, the man fights dragons, doesn't like dragons. So I mean, come on.
Oh, very nice. You got dragons. That makes me more excited.
But the thing is, if you look at his armor, he's wearing 2 different dragon hides on his armor.
Oh, I'll look at it again.
Those are both dragons he killed. So
Nice.
Yeah, blue dragon and a white dragon. And then he ends up, which people could check out the preview book, they'll see he ends up getting caught in the Nexus when he goes to fight a false dragon, and then he gets trapped in the Nexus with it, and then their story continues on from there. So that should be interesting.
Mm.
Yeah.
And Chris said he started a story on Vault. It's a dream sequence. Everything that happens turns out to be just a nightmare at the moment. Volta's another one. Actually, I forgot about him. That's another badass.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that.
Pretty cool. He actually, if you check out Bullet Maker, just came out. They did a crowdfunding campaign for Bullet Maker. In the back of that book, actually, I have a copy over here because the guy sent me a copy. 1 second. In that book, Cornerstone has 3 stories in it of our characters. So this is the book.
Make yourself big so people can see.
So there we go.
There you go.
See, this is the book Bullet Maker. Let me get my.
Oh, that's cool.
And inside there are 3 stories. Origin story for Vault, which is it's a alternate origin story. An origin story for Eternitech, and for those that don't know, Eternitech is
You're frozen.
one of our main.
Unfreeze.
Is Eternitech has his own story in the book.
Oh, nice.
And some more pages from that. And finally,
Oh, you're frozen again. There you go.
Favorite Saints 8.
So is this a
Saints 8 has a story in there for
preview book?
No, well, we did 3 short stories in the book, and they're like this from Mammoth Monk.
Oh, nice. That looks cool.
And then last but not least, Vault gets his own origin story in the book.
Nice. I love the black and white.
Yeah, these are actually all colored, but they printed it in black and white, so you get to see it in black and white. Now, when we reprint the stories, we'll have it in color for everybody. But yeah, so we got 3 stories in the Bullet Maker book. So if people haven't checked it out, get yourself a copy, support that. And
It's available now?
Yep, it's already out. It's already done a crowdfunding campaign. In fact, Burton, he got his copies before I did. So Daytona Falls, as he says, Bullet Maker was awesome. It was a welcome surprise when I saw your guys' stuff, because most people that follow me didn't even know we were part of that until it came out. So we were able to get in there and reach a whole lot, a whole lot more people and a bigger audience. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And we showed them what we had in store, and they liked it. So long story short, we're in the book. So hopefully people check that out, like it, and then as a result, they like that, then hopefully they'll check out what we're doing on our end. That's the whole
supporting indies. After this, I'll hit you up, and I'd like to get a copy.
Yeah, I think let's see if I can find that link real quick. See if they got it open. I think there's Burton. Was that through Kickstarter or was that through Indiegogo? I'll let him answer me real quick.
You guys have any extras?
He said, I got storytelling. So let me go check Indiegogo real quick. I can't remember if it's Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I want to say it was Indiegogo. Bullet Maker. There it is. Yep. Bullet Maker number 1. I think this is Bullet Maker number 2, though. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm going to say it was. So Bullet Maker number 1 made $21,000. They were associated. I think they originally were tied in with Comicsgate, and then they went off on their own. They broke up from that and did their own thing from there. So now they're kind of just doing their own thing. I'm not sure exactly how that worked out. I don't get all caught up in all that stuff. I just create comics. So let me see if I can find Bulletmaker #2 here. They also have a book called Vestige as well as their book. So must be. Because I think Bulletmaker is closed. It was Indiegogo.
Yeah, I think he says I think Bulletmaker's closed. IGG.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing Bulletmaker #1 on here, but I'm not seeing Bulletmaker #2. So I think that's what this is. Oh no, it's Bulletmaker. It's the same. They're a different cover or something, maybe. I don't know. Scrolling through it here real quick. No. But anyway, like Bulletmaker #1, they were trying to fund it, and they say they got up to $21,185.
Wow.
243 backers in Bulletmaker #1. So
that's awesome.
They did all right on that campaign.
That's really good.
So
congratulations on that.
Yeah, I mean we got in there as just a story. We don't get anything out of it, but hopefully we reach a bunch of new fans and a bigger audience, and hopefully they like what they see and they'll end up following us as well. That'd be really great.
Mm-hmm.
So I was glad that he sent me a copy of it because I wasn't able to fund it at the time. Because we paid to get our artists their stuff and get their stuff done, and most of that was all responsible by Ryan Tyler Palmer. Actually took care of most of that stuff. Let's see what.
Yeah, frozen. Oh, there you go.
All right. And again, I reiterate to everybody that's chiming in. It says we have 9 viewers right now, so that's really cool. For those that will take advantage of it tonight and tonight only, I am offering a 20% off commissions for those that chime in here tonight. Message me here or on Facebook, limited time only. So for those that want to take advantage of it, now's the time to do it. That's not just single piece commissions, but if you have a book that needs inked or what have you, then hit me up and we'll work that out as well. So that's what we're here for. We're here to spread the word, create some artwork, and see what kind of stuff we can create.
Oh, yeah.
So if we have some fun while we're doing it, even better. So here's something I'm basically creating the.
It's good to support indie comics because a lot of them seem to have a lot better stories than Marvel and DC, honestly.
But we get a lot more freedom than they do too.
Exactly. That's probably why.
Yeah, because they try to stick to the status quo in order to use money, but in the process of doing so, all they do is rehash all the old stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I will give Marvel credit; they are finally starting to do some of their second tier characters, and they're starting to create some new characters. Like instead of just changing them all like DC does, they are creating new characters instead of changing them. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So I got permission to say what I'm doing for the
Just so you know, you're still full screen. Your inking is not.
That book I showed. There you go. New comments. Let's see. David Q says, dude, love your work. I already got a current commission, or I'd hit you up on that 20%. Yes, you do. I'm doing a really cool tattoo design for David right now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
We were just talking about that. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, he's one of our locals too. Known David for a long time. Him and his little lady.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, David, you know what? You're still available for the 20% off. If you want to hit another one after I finish this one off. So just saying, I won't turn it down. So far in his, I'm doing a full body shot of something for him, and I've got the head design. He likes it so far, and I got to go in there. I got to finish the body work. We got slowed down a little bit because of Easter, and then we had some issues here at the house, stuff like that I had to take care of, but we're getting back on track. That's the only reason I'm able to do this right now is because I'm trying to get everything back in the flow of things, and so. So timing is everything, folks. I don't offer these deals all the time, but when I need it, I do what I need to do, you know. So take advantage of it, and I don't mind. It helps me out and get you some cool artwork at the same time. At least it's cool if I do it right.
Very true.
So
doing some American Eagle background digital right now.
Yeah, see? Yeah, Tom is doing the background inks for American Eagle #1 for me. He's helping me out on that because, like I said, we got a little backed up. So he stepped up and said, hey, I'm willing to help. So that's awesome of him. So thank you, Tom.
Yeah. For sure.
Go through here.
I wish I could figure out how to spin it on Photoshop. Like you can spin it on there. That would help so much.
Here, let me go to Photoshop real quick. Ready? I'll open up something simple.
You can do it on Photoshop?
Yes, you can.
What?
I'll show you example. This is a page from Joan of Arc. Let me switch screens here real quick. StreamYard. Remove that. Share. Stop screen. Share screen. Switch windows. Photoshop. So I'm in Photoshop right now. So if I hit the R key, see?
Whoa. Just press R?
Just push the R key and then just move it around. So people don't realize it, but over here there actually is a rotate option and a rotate view tool. And if you want it to go back to center point, so it's square again, hit the R, and then when you're scrolling, hit Shift, hold the Shift key down, and it does it in 15-degree angles. See how it jumps?
Yeah.
So you can go back to that again.
Mine's not spinning.
Hit the R, and then you click and drag.
Yeah.
Chris Leslie says, I was an
I'm on
indie
two different layers?
Huh?
Is it because I'm on two different layers, maybe?
No, it is a whole screen. It doesn't do it by layer.
Oh, okay.
It is just a screen.
Yeah, when I hit R, it just has a circle with a, like an anti, like a no thing.
No, we have it anyway. Let's see.
Weird. Oh wait, rotate view.
Let's see if it lets me do it on this one. I think this.
I think I have to hold maybe Shift R or something.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
But that shift makes it so that it
Control
does it jumps. You should be able to just click and drag on the image.
No, I am. It's not letting me.
I don't know why. It lets me do it on mine, no problem. Like this is a file I just finished for somebody, a Lobo piece,
Yeah.
and then hit R, and it's got multiple layers on it. It's got like 30 layers in this file, but I'm able to shift it all around. Wee, Lobo, crazy.
Yeah, when I hit R, it's saying it's showing the symbol for the rotate
Right.
view
Then,
tool, but then it's showing like a cross out, like you can't do it, like no. And I'm trying to click and move it, and it's not doing it. So I'm not sure why.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Let me go to my comments real quick. It says Chris Lacey says I was at Indie Comic Con this past week. Got to meet Jim Starlin. I gave him one of my books. His latest creation is a research book on giant humans, Ohio, 88 counties of giants. He has a good start on his next one for Indiana already, too. He specializes in the fact that giants are real, and he has proof to show it. That's what Chris has proven to the world. So it's kind of cool.
That's cool.
And for those that don't know, Chris is also the creator of Vault. He actually designed the very first design for Vault. Vault's actually changed a lot since then, but
Oh, that's cool.
he was the man behind that. Me and Chris went to college together, so we'd stay up late nights just drawing comic characters and drawing books and creating stuff. Chris is a phenomenal artist. I wish I could do comics more. There's just not enough money in comics for him, so can't blame him there.
It's always fun when you stay up making stuff all night.
Yeah, it's funny because like we had this glass table. What we did is we put a fluorescent light underneath it, and that was like it ended up being a big light table, dining table.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Those are the days. Ramen noodles and starving to death and drawing comics.
Oh my god, yeah, ramen noodles for sure.
Yeah, we went to college together, and when he graduated, he went on and went to Ringling School of Art.
Oh, nice.
And graduated there as well. I learned a lot from Chris through the years.
Well,
All right,
thanks for having me on here, man. I'm gonna hop off. We'll start cooking and stuff. Cooking some dinner.
I hear you, man.
So,
All right, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
I got people. Anytime, man. You be good, everybody. Tom Apke, ladies and gentlemen.
See you later, guys.
Take it easy, buddy. All right, let me go back to the Manga Studio. I didn't realize I had you all on Facebook, Photoshop the whole time, but nothing open. Sorry about that. My bad. Let's read the comments again. Let's see. Daytona Falls. I finished my script a couple weeks back. Going to be fun. Hey, Burton, when you're ready to start drawing the book, let me know. I'm right here. Shoot, if you want to put something down, get some of that work done, 20% off starting tonight. Just saying. All right, and then Chris says, LOL, not that much fun. Daytona Falls says, LOL. Leslie says, Yep, I used to dress up as Batman, Power Rangers, and Ninja Turtles and made good money doing it back then. That's right. He dressed for like kids' parties and stuff. He'd come in there doing martial arts and jumping over fences and all kinds of crazy stuff. It was fun. And Chris says, see you. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for joining me. And Burton says, will do. Just so you know, I accept Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. So anybody wants something hit it now. Let's see. Anything helps, anything goes toward it, let me know. I'm taking deposits. 20% off, everybody. 20% off. All right, let me get back to work here. Let's see. All right, so let me zoom out a little bit. Turn the white layer on so I can see what I've done, what I haven't done. I was hoping Carrick could join us. I mean, this is his page we're working on after all. But I'm working on a number of projects for people. If any of them join me, then by all means, I would put them on there. And obviously, I'd make that the focus of our session tonight and try to get some work done and have them plug it and chime in. I think it'd be a great opportunity for them if they want to take advantage of it. Let everybody know what we're doing. All right, let's see. We got Randy says I will be back later. All right. Nice. Hey, Randy's good people. You also support him, Snapping Turtle. Oh, it's Snapping Turtle Comics, now Snapping Turtle Gallery. Let's see. Burton says, let's get some folks in here. LOL, I know, I hear you, right? It says we got 6 viewers right now. Welcome to everybody that is here. Chris says, I'm going to get a professional set up to do podcasts in the future. I have about 3 or 4 mural jobs floating right now, waiting for someone to pull the trigger. Good luck, man. Your work's worth every cent. Hopefully more than one jumps in on it. What I'm also going to do tonight, everybody, is I have a bunch of original pages for books that I've worked on. If anybody's interested in some of those, I will gladly sign them up, sell those to them at half my normal price for pages. So just throwing that out there tonight for those actually listening. But you'd have to get on it tonight, because after tonight, the deal may be off the table. They mean by limited time offer. I got 6 watchers, everybody. Come on, say hi. Chime on in here. Let me know you're there. I see you, but I don't see you. Let's see, somebody messaged me. Let's see what it says. Burton says, still here. All right, and then one more guy says, if you're still up after 10:30 Eastern time, I can jump in the show. Well, probably shutting it down no later than 10 or so. Can be on here all night, folks. Which there was that one time me and Burton were on here 6 hours one night overnight. I remember that. That was something. That's the left wrist. That thing should be at the top. So let's do this. Make sure it's an egg-shaped head. There we go. I don't know what that meant. That's my phone, so there's no telling what it meant. All right, let's do this here. Ready? Let's see. So for those that just chiming in or haven't heard, the page I'm working on right now is for a book called Jacqueline Jones by Esquivel Carrick Esquivel. He is the writer and penciler. I get to be humbled enough to do the inks for it. There's more to that too. I just haven't finished it, just so people know. And it's a really good book, promoting a lot of positivity for not just the police, but also the feminine aspect of the police force, female officers, putting their lives on the line for us every day. It's set back in an older time, so it shows like the beginning of that era. I am going to send him a couple of screenshots real quick so you can see the progress of it. I was hoping he'd chime in, but I guess he wasn't able to do that. That's all good. People are busy. It wasn't like I exactly planned this or anything. Send him that screenshot there. Zoom in down here for him. See how he likes the loose strands of hair I put in there for him. Hopefully he likes it. Go under. What I'm doing, I'm just alrighty. So there's that. Let's see. Daytona Falls says still here. Yeah, that was fun. Talking about when we were on for 6 hours. And he goes, "That's a cool art style." It is. It's clean. But it still has that loose indie feel, I think. So he spends a lot of time trying to get all the details. I mean, think about it. Look at all the costume stuff. Got to keep track of. Got to put in the badges and the pins and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work being a penciler. My job is to not screw it up. That's all. As an inker, that is. I get quiet whenever I'm working, so feel free to send me some comments, people. Give me something to talk about. Otherwise, blue ink isn't that exciting. I mean, it is to me because I like black and white inks. Chris says it's so clean. Old school, good stuff. Burton says. All right, I sent those screenshots to him, and he says, looks great. So I'm telling people are digging it. Wish you could join us. Plug away. Let me send him an invite. Copy, collect. So, Burton, if you finish up the script, what's next, man? When are you going ready to pull that trigger, buddy? I need to print out the piece I just finished for you. Get that to you too. I need. What did he say? Ah, see. He's busy at work. That's why he can't join us, ladies and gentlemen. I guess you have an excuse if you're working. See, Chris says, you did an awesome job on that historical image. I'm certain someone is going to try to steal it. It never looked so good. There's a niche there for sure. Chris had some old, I think it was a photograph or newspaper. Why is this looking really choppy all of a sudden? What's the 12 do for that? Weird. It's probably because I'm so zoomed in on a small image. That's why it's doing that, I'm sure. Okay, Burton says, I want to do at least 2 rewrites first, see what happens. All right, let's see what we got here. Chris might remember when he did a portfolio review and he showed it to George Perez one time. And it was of a Bubba the Redneck Werewolf page where Bubba was crashing through a wall. Now here's, I want to tell Chris a little bit. This is how exact he did on that when he did that book. He did Bubba number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Pencils for Bubba number 7. Came out great. In fact, it was that issue that prompted Bubba actually getting the movie deal. It was the very first color issue, and Cornerstone Creative Studios, back then known as Cadre Corner Studios, was responsible for making that happen. We did everything for pencils, inks, letters, color, brick wall, and him fighting Dracula, or a vampire, not Dracula himself, but a vampire. And Chris, I remember when he drew it, he took a brick wall, he drew the wall, and then he basically broke it up in all those little blocks and pieces. So that when he drew the wall, every single block and every single rock was accounted for. And if I remember correctly, and Chris can correct me if I'm wrong, but when George seen it, he liked it. He said you can never have too much debris, if I remember correctly. So, in other words, okay, you might be exact, you might have exactly what it is realistically, but then do a lot more on top of it. And I know McFarlane does a similar thing when he draws like alleys and stuff like that. He always throws in like a crap load of debris and trash and even stuff that shouldn't be there. He just throws it in there. I'll look at the comments here real quick, see if Chris responded to that or not. You get this ink work right here down. Well, I still got a groove going. All right, let's go see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Newspaper illustration. All right. Burton says, and I have to research if my ideas have already been done. Chris says, newspaper illustration from the 1800s of a giant unearthed. And Chris goes, oh no, probably because I had a tail on him. And then Burton says, our power on our block was out one day and the idea hit. Banged out the script in 2 hours. I don't know how it hit me. Hey, inspiration does that at times. You just got to ride with it and just see how far it takes you, man. That's how it works. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to create another layer here just for the frame so I can see everything framed in. Sometimes it gives you a better idea of edit outline selection 40. Draw my frames real quick. And I create that on a separate layer. That way I can always turn it off and on and do whatever else I need to do to it. Now, Karakia tends to do usually the artwork provides itself a means to take care of that. All right. Edit outline selection. Boom. This one here. There's that. Edit outline selection 40. Now this one here is because it's such an impact panel and it's smaller. I'm probably going to put a little thicker of a border on it just for the heck of it. Let's see how it looks. Hold on a sec. Be a little more exact on that panel here. Boom, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to select, I'm going to get rid of this line. Because obviously we can't have that going into this panel. So all I'm doing is I'm just erasing the things we don't need. All right, and then I come here. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. We got comments here. See, Chris says, I remember that girl coming up to our table and said she was so excited to see Perez that she headbutted him hard. It was so funny. Yeah, people get excited. They don't exactly pay attention to what they're doing. And sometimes they do. That's what you got to worry about. And we watch out for those that do know what they're doing and still do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm creating a white panel real quick. And that may still work. No, that won't work. Never mind. I'll have to do it the hard way. Okay, here we go. Erase that. Anything's overlapping, I get rid of the framework so it actually lets it overlap. Sometimes I'll just erase the whole part away from it. Obviously, we can't have a frame going through our head, so let's get rid of that. So now here, when I go inside the line, what I'll do is I'll go to the art layer and I'll delete from that instead. Oops, too much. Okay, turn this on, let's go below it. That. I got to make sure there's no straight lines going beyond the border. As he'll see it, he'll catch me. Eric's good about that, man. He's got a fine eye for details. He's like, hey, man, that's what I'm paying you for, man. Better get that right. And I go, yeah, I know. Yes, sir. Nah, he's not like that. I'm just kidding. Nah, he's a class act. All right, so that's where we're at. All right. All right, it's going to go to a black screen for a little bit because I'm going to be saving it, and it is 1200 DPI, so it might take a little while. So what I'll do is I'll switch over. Let's do something in Photoshop. Or better yet, yeah, let's do something in Photoshop. Let me switch the StreamYard over and stop screen. So, oh, you get to see me. Or better yet, while that's saving, I got an idea. While that's saving, I'll draw you something on the board. Let's go to the board. What shall we draw? Any ideas, anybody? Give me anything. I don't care what it is. Well, with reason, I forget Chris and just a quick face here. Lessons, ladies and gentlemen, how to draw a head. Since Chris mentioned headbutt, is you go your basic shape, whatever it may be. Eye line, nose line. Now, technically, when you do this, if you did a straight on shot, you would cut that in half. Cut from this line down. Oh, hold on a sec. You can't see because my link's all over it still. Okay. You cut this line in half, then you cut that in half again, and you cut that from here to here in thirds. So you go 1, 2, 3. So you go there, cut in half. So that's your basic shape, the old 5 eyes thing. Okay, so that still applies just like old school they used to teach. Now, let's say here's your eye, here's your eye. Ear goes from your eye line down. This is your nose line. Now your nose goes from the inside of your eye, inside of your eye. So if that looks really wide or something, then you know your eye's off. Okay. Now your mouth line goes to the center of your eye, center of your eye. So this is your mouth line. Let's draw the ear in there. Draw the ear there. All right. So that's your basic head shape. And then of course you can do all the detail stuff, whatever. I'm not going to go through all that because whether you draw it in a different shape, different angle, whatever, just got to keep an imaginary line. So like if I'm doing this 3, 1, 2, 3, this would be where the chin line would go. Okay. Now people have different ways of doing it, obviously, but this is how I do it real quick. Now I know this is my eye line, that's my nose line, so my ear is somewhere over here. Now I got it angled inward this way, so you wouldn't really see much of the ear, if at all. You might not see it at all, depending on when I'm done. So then I draw my eye line. I'm doing this at an angle, so it's kind of. I'm trying to do it so you watch me draw it while I'm doing it. Okay, the nose. Now again, I'm at an angle, so you'll see more of the side of the nose this way. And the mouth. Okay. Let's have it. I'm concerned with what? What are you doing? You're drawing me? What are you doing that for? All right. I'm worried. What? Some worry lines. So hairline. All right, so get rid of the. There we go. Let's see if this device works or not. I haven't tried testing this thing out yet. There we go. So there you go, basic head shape. Maybe the camera a little bit closer so people can see it. There we go. See? Does he look worried? He looks worried to me. You got some wrinkle lines on there. Oh no. There you go, looking a little older. You can actually start adding some lines to his face, some more wrinkles on his head. Salt and pepper him a little bit. There's all kinds of different things you can do. All right. So now that my file is saved, I can go back to work. So he's under my dry erase word works. It's relatively new. I didn't get a chance to test it until just now. So, all right, let's see. We got comments. Let's see. Draw a Cecil like this. Start with the face, then end up with a mask on. LOL. Yeah, I could have done a Cecil. I haven't told anybody about that because I wasn't sure if it's public knowledge or not. But I did a character called Cecil for Burton, and they took the falls. And I'll let him reveal that whenever it's live and in his hands. Let's go back to share the screen. He says he hasn't either. So, well, you just did. You just told everybody something about Cecil. So, haha. Could show the world if you want right now, if you want, but I'll let you do that. All right, so that's saved. I'm going to create a JPEG of it real quick, just so I can send him a preview of it. Grayscale, boom, boom, boom. While that saves, I will go back to my StreamYard and let's go check some comments. Okay, and then I am going to go work on something else. Oh, after it saves, I will. As you can see, it takes a while to save. Sorry about that, everybody. It's out of my control. Y'all can buy me a better computer. I wouldn't turn it down. I'm telling you. Faster processor, more memory. All right, come on. Not much more time on here, folks. I'm going to get the offer for the 20% off on anything, pencils, inks, colors, full book, single piece, what have you, 20% off. So if I were to quote you a $100 commission, it would end up being $80. So it's a $200 commission, 20% off that. If it's a full book for like $3,000, 20% off the final price. You figure it out. All right, Burton says, it's an inside joke that no one knows. Cecil's face, drawing his face first before drawing the mask is funny. Well, he's kind of funny anyway, so that makes sense. All right, we got 6 viewers, folks. 6 people on here. 2 people are commenting. Chime in, guys, I'm telling you. Let me know you're there. All right, I'm going to go here, close this out. We're done working on that page for now. Real quick, I'm going to switch over to here and send him a full page thing for tonight, just so you can see it, see where we left off. Nope, wrong one. There it is. All right, image size 72 DPI, because it's going on the web, so you don't need to be all fancy smancy. Let me go to Messenger. Yeah, for tonight. Work in progress. Update. More to come. I'm also typing blind right now because there's a little thing that says StreamYard.com is sharing a window. Stop sharing or hide. And I'm typing behind that window, so it's kind of stupid. But let's see, did I get it right? Hey, I actually typed it all correctly. Yay, without even looking at it. I can still type. Amazing. All right. What next? Let's see. Let's bring up a different job I'm working on. Let's see. Let's bring up. Oh, I know. I've gotten a lot of it done in this one already, so let's go ahead and work on it. So this is an upcoming project. I can't say what it is or anything like that, but it is for Voyage Comics Publishing, which is a faith-driven company. We did 2 issues of Joan of Arc for them. We did, here you go, I'll show you what we got so far on it. I did the inks on that. I did a book called Jonah's, did a cover for them on a different book. So yeah, they've been real good to us, and we've been trying to crank stuff out with them. As you can see, I've got all kinds of textures in here. And I did the lion today, or the lion's head anyway. I'm doing it on a separate layer so I can just keep that separate. Oops, got a little bit of it on there. So hope everybody likes this so far. The page is called The Saint and the Saint with the Lion. So let's get thinking that. Now Chris will get this joke because it's because of him I did it. If you notice that these pencils I turn red, and the reason I did that was because typically you do it blue, blah blah blah, but Chris, remember, he did a book Cornerstone with and he drew all the pages in red. He did the cover in red. Rather, he did the cover in red, and he said, "Well, that's how Jesus's words are in the Bible. So I'll do that with this." So I said, "You know what? This is a religious-based thing. I'll do that in red too." So this is you, Chris. All right, Burton says Cecil's face equals Chunk with Goonies mixed with a fat Steve Buscemi. Haha. And then Burton says that's the book with the accusatory bishop. LOL. I don't know about that part, but so let me now the pencils on this were done by our very own Dino Agor, or Agor. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. He did the pencils. I'm doing the inks. It's not going to be colored or anything, so this is it. I mean, so no pressure on me. Just got to make it look great. That's all. No pressure at all, ladies and gentlemen. No pressure at all. So hope everybody likes it. Just gotta turn it around a little bit. It's a better, different angle for me. Any comments? This is that's the book of the accusatory bishop. LOL. Chris gives me a little sunglasses face, and he goes, "You from the 6-hour stream." Yeah, I remember. And he says, "Are you using a mouse to draw?" Well, not using a mouse. I'm using a pen, a Yuan tablet. I have a Yuan tablet monitor, so it allows me to actually draw ink or color right on the screen. Some people are using iPads and stuff nowadays for that kind of stuff, but I love my Yuan tablet. It allows me so much more flexibility, so much more time to save. But at the same time, it allows me a lot of ability to do certain things that I can do by hand, but some things are better because I can undo You know what I mean? Like if I screw up or something like that, I can be a lot more anal retentive about it. Read my comments real quick while that catches up to me. Okay, no comments. All right. Burton says, "Got to slam dunk the boy to bed. I'll be back." Ha! All right, buddy. See you when you get back. So if I got quiet, I'm just trying to concentrate on this part right here. I want to make sure this is right. And I'm doing this because this is hair. I tried to add a few little strands here and there. Not to really change the artwork any because he does such a great job with his line work, but just to give it a little more texture to it. I figure this way, my job is to enhance the pencils, not redraw it. If they don't need it. What's cool is I've done, this makes number 3 or 4? 3 out of the series so far. And he's already sent the 4th one in. And other than a cover for Advent Comics, I hadn't worked with Dino on anything. He's been a member of the studio forever. We've been wanting him on something for a long time. But when the opportunity arose that they were looking for a penciler, I was like, They told me what they were kind of looking for. So I was like, you know what? Dino's style would probably work good for this. He actually has a couple different styles, but I knew one of his styles. I said, he could probably knock this out pretty good. So he sent me a bunch of samples. I sent it to them. They liked it. And here we are. Obviously, they thought the same thing I thought. that his style would fit. And he's knocking it out of the park. So after this project's over, I won't be able to say I haven't done anything with him professionally, because, well, now I will. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I'm planning to do a live broadcast on Giant Stuff. See what I can stir up. You need to, man. I'm telling you. I know you. You go big. Should be cool. Hey, Cadre. If you're hungry, you're gonna make you a plate. It's been long enough. Okay. Oh, yeah, you need the other side. I know Voyage Publishing was actually doing a special right now. I don't know if it ended today or what, but you need to go check it out at voyagepublishing.com. I think it is. Actually, let me look it up real quick. I don't want to misquote, send you the wrong phrase. Voyage Comics. Mr. Sandman, give me a dream. All right, go to let's see, comics. I don't see what's doing a special. Maybe it ended already. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Go to here. I'll put it in the screen. If you go here to voyagecomics.com/blog, okay, and I'm going to do this real quick. Share screen. Let's go to that window, Chrome tab. Voyage Comics blog, share. All righty. If you go here and you scroll down, just like here's the top of the screen. In the blog section, scroll down, you'll see they did a comics Easter giveaway. All right, you click on there, say read more. You can actually download free comics, stuff like that. It's really cool. But if you go here, there's a link in there. You can actually see, yeah, 4 hours left in it, so perfect timing. Hit enter, and you can go in and do all these different things and get a chance to get like free comics. So who wouldn't want that? There's 3 winners too, so go check that out, and it's worth it. Trust me, it's really cool because some of the books they're going to be giving away are books that we worked on, so you know it's going to be cool, right? Nah, just kidding. But I'm not kidding about it's cool. I'm just kidding about why it's cool. It's not because of us. It's just good content, and it's worth checking out. Okay, so let's get back to work. Yeah, Chris, you need to go get you a cheap webcam or something, man, so you can jump in on stuff like this. Anything helps, because a lot of the webcams have built-in microphones, so you don't have to worry about buying separate. I have both, but only because we recorded that song and everything, so got a better microphone for that. But yeah, you'd be a hoot to have one of these things. And that concludes the lion, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. This kind of bothers me here. I'm thinking I might go back in there, do smaller strokes. We'll see. I'll come back to it maybe. Let me know what you think. Chris goes, yeah, I need to get one. Yes, you do. I subscribed, then I opened 10 windows and did a play all on your YouTube page. I think you should get others from the studio to do this. Yes, I do. I agree. We have been joined by Dungeon Hobby Shop. Welcome, Dungeon Hobby Shop. I haven't seen that name. Message me, let me know who you are. And Chris says, at some point, your videos get monetized. Welcome, Dungeon Hobby Shop. So in case you don't know, there's an Easter giveaway on Voyage Comics right now. That's the link that's up there now, voyagecomics.com/blog. You go on there and you'll see there's an Easter giveaway. There's only a couple hours left on that. And other than that, the big announcement that I am doing at the moment is for those that chime in, such as yourself, because you did chime in, you did come visit us, you did say hi. You go here and find my link. Here we go. Nope. It's up higher. No bug came in here somehow. Let's go up. There it is. For those that chime in, 20% off all commissions tonight and tonight only. So definitely take a chance and give us a shot at that. If you want one piece, or if you want a full book done, if you want a series of pages done, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want, 20% off tonight and tonight only. So definitely jump on your chance to get that. It adds up. I mean, let's say if you get a $100 project, you can get it for $80. So, let's see. Justin Lanassa. You already know about this stuff. You already know my deals. For those that don't know, Justin Lanassa at Dungeon Hobby Shop is the man behind the revamped, revitalized, renewed TSR. Yes, you heard it first, people. I'll take 3 times. 3 times what? I already have some pieces for you. I gotta get done now. So what's the 3 times? You mean you want 3 more pieces, or what have you? That's right, TSR, baby. Chris, this is what I was talking about. This is the man I was talking about when it came to TSR, bringing it all back alive for everybody. I like to get him in here. He can plug it all he wants. I let him do the talking. It's his baby. And Justin, if you want 3 more pieces and you want to do that, hit that up tonight, I would be more than happy. Justin has been like one of the great clients that I've had already. Because of him, I can actually say that I am an official TSR interior illustrator, and I am thankful to you for that. Growing up, doing D&D and stuff like that, it was TSR all the way. They revitalized everything. I know Wizards of the Coast took it over and all that stuff, and they did a lot for D&D. I won't take that away from them. But when TSR is ready to come back, they try to stop that. That's not cool. So TSR is back, and Justin's here to help make it happen all over again, bring back the magic, so to speak. So, Justin, message me on Facebook, and we'll line up those 3 pieces, and we'll get that going today, and I'll finish up the other projects. Wink, wink. You know what they are. I'll have those finished up for you this week, like I told you. I think you're going to like where I went with the, we'll just say the ace, because I listened to what you said, and I changed it up for you. And as far as illustrators, we got you covered. Yes. I guess that's for the wink, wink. I got you. Thanks for joining us. Seriously, you're a busy man. I know you are. Check it out. This is what we're working on. And then once I get to a certain point on here, I'll stop this and go to the next one, at least while I'm online. I did a little tutorial earlier on how to draw a head. That's behind me here. Just goofing off. Let's see. It says, nice. Just had tacos. I'm jealous. But that's all right. I had a pretty good dinner, so I can't complain. Chris says, I am a serious number cruncher. I break characters. People should pay me to build a D&D character. And you know what, Justin? He's right. I've gamed with Chris many, many times, and he's taught me the fine art of number crunching. So, yeah. So, anyway, I haven't gamed in years, and who knows when and if I'll ever be able to again. But I love the art. I love creating. So, I'm on that like white on rice. Let's see, where was I? We get back to work here. We get some work done, people. Now, keep your comments coming in. Definitely. This is, yay. Get people actually working with me here. It's really cool. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to split screen here. Hold on. So I can read the comments and work at the same time. There's a novel idea, huh? There we go. All right, you got it, Justin. Justin says, I will share this live stream on our sites right now. Be right back. You will game at the dungeon one day. The dungeon itself. I'll bring Chris with me. Thank you, Justin, for sharing. I'll be on here probably about another hour. Chris follows up with, yeah, it's been a while. Now I am a giant expert, not the D&D variety though. And he's right. That's something to be interested in dabbling into though. You never know, there could be a cross promotion opportunity there. Just saying, just putting it out there. We're here building bridges, people, not creating chasms. All right, let me go in here and start doing some of this background stuff now. It's not a good sound when your pen makes a cracking sound. That's never a good sound. What are you barking at? If I go blank all of a sudden, people, I might have to sign off. We'll see. I get company or something, then I'll have to sign off. Hopefully not, because hopefully Justin can get some people over here and chime in with us. That'd be really cool. Am I still screen sharing what I'm working on? Yes, good. Make sure I couldn't see it there for a second. That sounds like a gaming module, creating chasms. Never know, man. You listen to Justin, there you go. Creating chasms module coming up. It's funny, back when I gamed, I actually enjoyed DMing more than I enjoyed playing it all the time. It's kind of weird. I like creating background stories and stuff like that. It just carries over from my love of comics nicely. I got a text. That's what it is. So excuse me one second. It's rude, I know. All right, there's that. So, all right, let's see what's being said here. All right, let's see if we get a large number of feeds coming in here, because Justin just said he just shared it to 30,000 people, folks. Wow. What would I do if I had 30,000 commissions? I don't know what I would do with all that. Guess I'd be farming out a lot of work, or I would just have to just sit at home do work all day. Imagine that. That'd be horrible, right? Darn. Why is it not? There we go. Yeah, I moved this tablet from place to place a few times, and because of that, I've ended up getting a couple dead spots on it, which really sucks. But I've had to work around it. Where there's a will, there's a way. Here?
I don't know.
I just heard a horn.
There's our car.
That's
no
it?
No sister's car.
Okay, no problem.
But I did see this guy in our driveway.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool of Justin to pop in. I know he's a busy man. But I've done a number of creature character designs for TSR already. I'm working on a new project now. He hasn't announced it, so I can't say anything about it. That's why I did the old wink wink to him earlier. Hint, hint, hint. It's been a pleasure so far working with the guy. He's been very open to creative freedoms and creative input. It's been really cool. I'll be honest, I've had some great clients through the years. And I love every one of them, man. They're what allows me to do this for a living. That's because your mind's constantly working, dude. You're like freaking Einstein in a lot of ways. Crazy like him too. Nah, I love how your mind works, man. You're for an old guy. You're pretty smart. I have an idea for a game that involves technology I'm not sure exists or not. Yet I am looking for a close proximity RFID ribbon about 2 feet long. What's an RFID? Educate those that don't know, because of course I know, but for those that don't know, tell everybody what that means. Of course, I know. True dat. I don't even know what your true dat. You talking about the crazy Einstein part? That was just saying true dat before. We got 3 viewers. I know Chris is on here. Who else is on here? Let me hear you. Let me hear from you, folks. Weird. I know what I did. You don't want to do that. What I did is I was working on a different layer, and I just mistook one line to be on the layer I'm working on, but it wasn't. So when I click fill, it's going to fill up the whole screen black right now. So, all right, Chris says it's the same tech that your credit cards, your hotel key, and stuff like that works off of. Those are more direct contact RFID strips. I got you. A lot of people hit me up. We got 3 viewers out here. Let's hear from you. And while you're at it, if there's any questions you have art-wise or anything of that nature, if you want me to draw something up or whatever, let me know. We'll draw something up. If I get my hands on some, I will make a working prototype and start testing. Well, what do you got to do to get some? Is it complicated? Is it hard? Do you got to do anything legal or illegal? How many years have you been inking, Jesse? I've never inked myself. Oh, no, I'll take that back. I guess I have inked myself. You said inking Jesse. No, seriously. Professionally? Wow, was it 2002? Yeah, about 2002, I think, was my first published piece. Well, no, I'll take that back. That was my first, published piece, my first credited piece, because the early stuff I didn't get credited for because it was ghost inking. Still 2003, 2004, still. So I've been doing it for a while. Too long, some would say. So now we're talking. Give me some questions, folks. Ask me stuff. You got your own Q&A right here, right now. I'm nobody, so it's not like it is too much to ask, but happy me while you're awesome. We had somebody who's actually listening in on the live stream. He just texted me. He says he's dealing with patients. He's a doctor. So a doctor took the time out. He had it listening in one ear and dealing with patients at the same time. That's pretty darn cool. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate the services you do, the work you do for people, and taking the time out to actually listen to little old me talk about absolutely nothing. Nah, I love what I do, folks. Chris, you've known me a long time, buddy. You know exactly the kind of passion I have for this industry. Let's see, we got any comments over here on YouTube. Let me go check real quick. Don't miss anybody out. Okay, the last thing was from Chris. Okay, just want to make sure. Really? See, I knew Twitter was getting sold when they asked to meet with Elon Musk on a Sunday. Elon Musk, I should say. That's what Chris is saying. Yeah, that's inevitable. What are your thoughts on all that, Chris? Elon Musk buying out Twitter. I know you posted about it recently, about you closed your Twitter account whenever Donald Trump got kicked off. I remember you said, if I read that correctly. So you're going to get back on it now that Musk bought it out, or what? You probably didn't think I read your post, did you? I try to keep up. Ivan loves reading your posts. Yeah, I never was on it much before, but I think I will now, Chris says. I share stuff on it. Like if I post on Instagram, I'll do the forward to Twitter or whatever. But I usually stay where the work is. Like believe it or not, I get most of my work right through Facebook. So that's why I post on Facebook, you know. Post on Facebook when they're not kicking me until they get you back on me. Yeah, I've been kicked off Facebook a few times. Usually mine's because somebody reports me for spamming or something stupid like that. Brothers are trying to make a living, that's all. Don't hate a brother for trying to make a living. It's not like I'm spamming porn or something, like a lot of these people. Seven months Chris was kicked off Facebook last year. Yeah, that's a lot. It sucks when you're out there posting truths, huh? When people don't refuse to hear it. Turn all these notifications, sorry. All right, back to it. Work is never done, folks. Work is never done. All right, so let's do this. Watch this. Drop it down here like this. You get a little bit of a 3D feel. Look at that. Bam. 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 Same thing over here. Bam. Look at that. It's that shadowed wall. The easy way. What are the next books being worked on? I mean, for Cornerstone or just in general, Chris? One of our guys, one of my clients said I had to stream on while I work, waiting to see his cover. I'm doing some colors for a gentleman on his cover. So what I'll do is I'll finish it, get a little bit of this here done, and I'll switch over to that since now he's on. Okay. I don't get the opportunity to work on as nearly as many covers as I'd like to. I've had a few recently. I penciled a cover for A.S. Norris. That was like a fantasy cover. That was really cool, fun to do. Got to create a creature and 2 adventuring party members. That was really cool. Did their logo for them because I do logos for people. Too, so 20% off. That's taken care of. Once the inks are done, colors are done, letters are done, we'll get that out. And we're probably going to either go with Curve the Nexus Anthology, which will be a anthology of short stories about Kerr, told by Kerr of his earlier years. I've already got a few artists lined up for that. And then it's either that or it could be Kinetic, which the pencils are already laid out and roughed out. So all I got to do is go in there and tighten them up. And I could probably do that in the inking stage. But you know, I mean, I'm kind of a stickler, so I'll probably do the tight pencils and then ink over that because I'm just funny that way. So that's where we're at with all that stuff. So yeah, I do one of your variant covers, man. That'd be cool. Just saying, just putting it out there. Chris says he Cannonball cover back in comics for one time only. Oh, one time again for now. So I can finally convince you to get in there. All right, so let's do this white screen. See my background here a little bit better. So it looks like what I got now left to do on this piece is this front guy here, which is the Saint. He scrolls down here and a little bit of wall work. We're going to do the wall work real quick since it's right here. Yeah. can't stop. Let me see. Put another layer up here. Label my layers here so I know what I'm doing here. Let's see. This one was the scrolls. Upper scrolls. X. All right, Chris asked me, I'm saying crosshatch. He says cover for Kurt or kinetic or both. Hey man, you're the artist. You decide which one you want to do. If not both, you can do one or the other. I'll take whatever you want to shoot out there, man. You know that. Stretch those creative juices, man. It's been a while. Do murals all the time. Don't get a chance to do any fun comic book work stuff. Just saying. You got all these titles yourself that we need to get out. You get working on. Get a name out there. Actually have a following. That way, when we do get yours out there and get some creative teams on it and stuff like that, we'll actually have people to sell them to. Of course, and again, if your giant book's too good, we can actually put out the Saurian deities. Tie that right in there. That's an idea. Cross promote, cross promote. You already got people's interest with one thing, and then you tap in and hit them with something else. Just gotta be careful not to take away from the one by promoting the other, but it can be done. I have faith in it. Let me So again, folks, for those that chimed in, we got only 2 people left. 20% off tonight and tonight only. I'm only going to be on here for a little bit longer. 20% off any commission, any. If you want your whole book inked, it's 20% off that. If you want a cover done, 20% off that. We'll get to a certain point here, and then we'll switch up to some colors I gotta get to work on. There's some family stuff we have to deal with at Jacksonville, so got a little bit behind on some things. All right. Why did I switch over when I click on that? People talk to me. Don't put me to sleep here. I know I'm probably putting you to sleep. Quiet and all. That's what happens. You start working, you start getting concentrating, stuff like that. It gets kind of focused and everything in. As Chris says, some of your videos are 5 to 7 hours long. I think they might be running all night, but it should boost all of them by 10 views. Yeah, I know one was 6 hours long. We did a live stream and just worked and just kept on going. We had fun. That night we had a number of people that popped in. It was pretty cool. Let everybody do their plugs, and I worked on pages. I don't get a chance to do this very often, so when I do, I make it count. Maybe this so I can see it better. I got a little bit down on there. A little dent in there. So let me save this, and the cover I'm working on is actually done in Clip Studio, so I'll have to save this, close out Manga Studio, switch over to Clip Studio, open that up, the paint. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like it's just me and you, Chris. If you're not there, it's somebody else. We have one viewer. at the moment. With one viewer, I think I'll probably sign off. For those that did chime in, I'd like to thank you. And officially, thank you. When I say officially, I mean officially. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. I just ate a chicken pot pie and I am still hungry. Yeah, chicken pot pie ain't gonna fill nothing up, man. I just get you hungry, get your appetite going. Let's close this out. Save. And I'll be right back real quick. All right, I'm back. That's done saving. Good. Just gonna close that program out. And here I am. Just kidding. Hi, Chris. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Always a pleasure. I'll take it up again soon. All right. And for everybody else that's here, I'd like to say thank you for chiming in. And who knows when I'll be able to get back on here again, hopefully soon. It's always fun. I always get to create and be productive. And hopefully answer some questions here and there. It's 9:41 at the moment, so I've been on here a few hours, so I put my time in. I'm going to go sign off for this. If you get this video within the next, let's just say, if you check out the YouTube, send me a comment or send me a Facebook Messenger, which is facebook.com/JesseHansonArt. Let me put that on here for you guys real quick. And if you message me on here, I can give you a hookup, give you deals right now for the next couple hours. I'll be up for about 3 hours. If you get something in before midnight, I'll hook you up with a good deal. Might not be 20%, but I'll hook you up anyway. I always hook up something. So give me a shout. Until next time, thank you for chiming in. And remember, Cornerstone Creative Studios, CCS represent. All right. Take care, y'all. Thank you.